Hey, welcome back. I'm Wes Wood, the Income Guy, and thank you for tuning in to today's show titled, What's Behind Today's Market Madness? So far, we've talked about some of the normal aspects of today's markets and some of the abnormal features triggered by the Federal Reserve. Now, let's talk about what all that means for you. First off, it's important to understand that in many ways, we're in a new age of economic uncertainty. Again, this new age started right after the financial crisis, and that's when the Fed started taking bold measures to try to manipulate the economy. While these artificial measures have had limited effect on the real economy, they've really become the primary driving force behind the stock market continuing to go up. The question is that you should have, is this model really sustainable in the long term? And in many ways, it's as if the Fed and other central banks around the world have been conducting this huge economic lab experiment, and the results of which we really just don't know. For 13 years now, this experiment has helped the markets avoid another long-term market correction like we saw in the year 2000, and then we saw again in the year 2007. And in both cases, the market dropped 50 to 60% and took nearly 6 years to fully recover. But thanks to the Fed steroids, the coronavirus correction that we experienced last March was much less steep, and the economy only took just a few months, as I mentioned before. So, is this a new normal? Can the stock market run on steroids forever? Or is there a painful reckoning ahead that will force us to make some fundamental sense again? Again, only time's going to tell. But in the meantime, this age of uncertainty has created some great conditions for income investors for at least 3 reasons. And one of those, it's led to a low interest rate environment that I believe will continue indefinitely, which I'll talk to Dave about in just a second. And that reduces headwinds for bond investors. And when interest rates do temporarily spike, as they have a couple of times this year, the impact that can be greatly minimized in an actively managed income portfolio. And at the same time, an income specialist can make sure your bond and bond-like instruments generate income at a competitive interest rate, even in a low interest rate environment. And that's income you can count on regardless of any changes to your bond values on paper. And 2, if smaller corrections and rapid recoveries do remain normal for the stock market, well, that's going to create some great buying opportunities for investors with the right income-based stock strategies. And finally, if reckoning is in store for the markets, an income strategy is going to protect you from its impact much more effectively than a strategy geared towards growth. And that, of course, is crucial if you're anywhere near retirement or in retirement. But now, before I welcome back Dave, here's another chance to get one of my timely reports, Investing for Income in the Stock Market. And it comes free with your retirement income kit, absolutely free. And you can get one by visiting retiretv.com or call us and request it at 615-826-5749. But now, let's welcome back income specialist and founder of the Retirement Income Store, Dave Scranton. Hello again, Dave.
Yeah, Wes, you mentioned bond investing a few times. And I don't know if you hear this a lot, but to me, a common fallacy that I hear is when people say, well, you should never buy bonds when interest rates are as low as they are today. And that's not really true. It is a fallacy.
Yeah, exactly right. The idea is that, okay, when interest rates are rising, bond values can go down, which there is truth to that. But now as we see it, interest rates are probably going to stay low for a very, very long time. Again, like I talked in a previous segment, if interest rates go up a whole lot, that can have a detrimental impact to even the stock market or to the growth investments. But looking at interest rates staying low for a long time, we could be a lot like Japan that's been in a low interest rate now for 2 decades. But keep in mind, even if we have these short-term spikes in interest rates like we have experienced, an actively managed income portfolio can stay ahead of it, and you can still get a great income from your investments.
And if you're in bonds or some of the bond-like instruments, even if interest rates did come up significantly more than you or I think, still your principal is generally protected though. So I think that's another important thing that people tend to lose sight of in the bond world.
Yep, exactly. The income model is great because, hey, even if the value on that bond goes down on paper, the fixed payment of interest stays the same. And for folks that are in retirement or nearing retirement, they realize that income is most important. A lot of my clients that are currently retired and spending the interest from their bonds, they're really not worried about the bond values as much, because they know, hey, if they hold the bond until it matures, even if the bond value goes down, they're still going to get that par value back. But along the way, they're going to enjoy a fixed payment of interest that they can use to supplement their income in retirement. So, not as concerned about this idea of interest rates rising, bonds are bad by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, and for those who are really concerned about that, whereas we may not be, they can still invest for income being in common stocks. And granted, it's not a contractual income stream, it can change, but it still puts them in a more stable position than if they were just in growth stocks, right? Oh,
yeah, no doubt about it, because even in investing in the stock market for income, you'll still get those dividend payments from the stocks, and if interest rates are rising and those stocks are continuing to increase, well, you may have a growth component along with the income from them. But keep in mind, an actively managed income portfolio is not going to hold just bonds or just stocks. It's probably going to hold a combination of the universe of income generating investments. An actively managed income portfolio is in most cases prepared for a rising interest rate environment or a spiked interest rate environment. And with the volatility in the market, in investing for income, we can actually take those dollars from the interest and dividend payments, even if the market goes down some, and that creates us some opportunities to potentially buy when the market's down some. Because I know we're talking about a lot of things on today's program that kind of create some market madness, but that's going to give us some opportunities as well.
And today's market madness really is a good example of why investing for income, no matter which way you go, can certainly help one achieve their goals regardless of market conditions for the most part, right?
That's exactly right, because investing for income in the income model, so many people come to me and say, well, you're just investing in bonds and those instruments. That's not true. There's a whole lot more to the universe of income generating investments. Those stocks that pay dividends for the investors that have the right risk tolerance and those are their goals, even in a volatile market, can be great investments to be in. And for folks that are at or in retirement, if we do have a volatile market like we've mentioned in this whole program, if they're in growth, they're much more susceptible to have a major principal loss in not generating the income. Where the income model, we can get interest in dividends, maybe the values go down some, but that's not the worst thing in the world because we know our income is fixed. But Dave, thank you again for joining us today. And hey, I'm Wes Wood, the income guy. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about anything we've covered on today's show, please reach out to me at retiretv.com or by calling us at 615-826-5749.
A fiduciary is someone legally obligated to act in your best interest. Doctors, lawyers, and some financial advisors are fiduciaries, but not all. When you work with Wes Wood and his team at Wood Financial Group, you are working with fiduciaries. They help clients create customized investment portfolios based off their retirement goals. If you're ready to work with a fiduciary, visit retiretv.com and schedule a free, no obligation conversation with Wes or a Wood Financial Group advisor.